If someone was describing my life, they might describe me as being a colorful character. I think many times we don't want to even admit that we're wrong. So you can't accept forgiveness if you don't accept the fact that you're wrong. And then sometimes we're, depending on, what it is that we're being forgiven of, we're ashamed of what we've done. And we don't, it's hard to own up to that. One time I misguided myself, if you will. I had only been married a couple of years, and a friend of ours was working on rehabbing some houses with his father. His father got cancer, and colon cancer, and he was not going to be able to help him work on these houses. He asked if I wanted to do this with him. As I said, we'd only been married a couple of years, and I'm forgetting now whether or not I told my wife about this and asked permission or not, but anyhow, we decided to do it. I was working as a commuter airline pilot at the time, and then I was helping my friend work on this rental house that we were rehabbing. I can be a bit obsessive and a bit too much of a hard worker sometimes, and when I wasn't working my day job, we were working over on rehabbing this house that we were going to use as a rental unit. And I guess because things were going slower than I had hoped in my career, that this was my way of making up for it. And so trying to, make extra money on the side, if you will. Shortly into this, my wife decided that I was working way too hard. And she told me at one point, which hurt at the time, she told me that I didn't get married to be alone. And that hurt me at the time, and I was like, well, I'm doing this for us, Well, I wasn't doing it for us. She was happy I was doing it for me. And although they were hard words to hear, I needed to hear them. And it kind of led me down the path of, well, if I focus more on my career, maybe I can get a better job that makes more money. I don't have to work twice as hard, and can have more time to spend with my wife. And yeah, it was hard to hear at the time, and we eventually worked through it. Fortunately, she stuck with me. She told me instead of just leaving, and afterwards, I guess, has forgiven me. She's still with me, so that was 30-ish years ago. God uses all things for good. Looking back at it, my dad worked in construction. I had some of that background. I learned more skills working on these houses with my buddy. After I did get another job and ended up moving to Fayetteville, Georgia, I got involved with a group called Square Foot Ministry, and they build houses and do repair work. And so my skills came in handy, and I can see looking back that it was all part of God's plan, even though I was, going the wrong way, if you will, on my own. He still used it for his good, and it got me involved with that. I see the path of why I interviewed with United Airlines before I got hired by Delta Airlines, and I didn't get the job, and I was devastated, of course. But that wasn't God's plan for me. His plan was for me to move to Fayetteville and come down here and get involved with churches down here and Square Foot Ministry. It made me realize that if I got to work so hard at something, that maybe it's not the right, maybe it's not the right path. And certainly if my wife is not on board with it, it's probably not the right way to go. Misguided means either that you're going down the wrong path, and either by your own volition or somebody's leading you that way. But either way, you've decided to go that way. Forgiven to me is the crux of our faith, and none of us can live up to the standard. And fortunately, Christ has forgiven us for our sins, and of course we have that in human terms also, from generally from our spouses and our friends, that hopefully when you make a mistake, that they are willing to forgive you. We all go the wrong way sometime, and fortunately for us, that Christ did the work, and we're all going to make mistakes, and He forgives us all. So all you have to do is accept that forgiveness.